When you cross the age of 50, something remarkable begins to happen. Life slows down just enough for you to notice the small details, the way sunlight feels on your face, the laughter of your grandchildren, the quiet wisdom you've earned through decades of experience. But it's also a time when your body starts whispering reminders that it needs a little more care, a little more movement, and a lot more love. And this is where we can learn something powerful from the Japanese, a culture where elders don't just live long, they live well. In Japan, it's not uncommon to see men and women in their 70s and 80s walking gracefully through parks, stretching in the early morning light, or practicing movements that keep their minds and bodies young. These are not extreme workouts or grueling exercises. They're simple, mindful movements that preserve strength, balance, and vitality. Every morning in Japan, as the first light spills over the horizon, you'll see elders gently moving their arms toward the sky, breathing in the cool air, and stretching their bodies with peaceful focus. There's no rush, no intensity, no force, just quiet movement, deliberate, mindful, and full of life. This ritual of stretching isn't just a way to loosen the muscles. It's a sacred practice that connects body and mind. It's about greeting a new day with gratitude, reawakening the energy within, and reminding the body that it still holds strength, vitality, and purpose. When Japanese elders stretch, they aren't chasing youth. They are embracing balance. They move slowly, feeling each muscle respond, each joint awaken, and each breath align with motion. These simple movements increase blood flow, awaken the nervous system, and release stiffness that naturally builds overnight. It's their way of saying, I honour this body, this vessel that carries me through life. The beauty of gentle stretching lies in its simplicity. You don't need a gym, fancy equipment, or even much time. Just a few minutes of focused movement can awaken dormant muscles and restore energy levels. You might start by raising your arms slowly over your head, feeling your spine elongate, your shoulders open, your chest expand. Breathe deeply, letting the air fill your lungs completely. As you exhale, gently lower your arms, feeling tension melt away. Stretching in this mindful way is like pressing a reset button for your body, one that tells every cell, wake up, it's time to live fully today. For those over 50, this habit can be transformative. As flexibility decreases and joints stiffen with age, stretching becomes a powerful tool to preserve mobility and prevent pain. It improves circulation to your muscles, nourishes the joints, and enhances posture. A flexible body moves freely, and a freely moving body feels younger, lighter, and more confident. In Japan, this practice often happens outdoors, where the air is fresh and nature surrounds you. The sound of birds, the whisper of wind, the warmth of morning light, it all becomes part of the ritual. It's not just exercise, it's nourishment for the soul. Stretching connects you to the rhythm of nature, reminding you that life is movement and movement is life. It encourages mindfulness, to feel your breath, to notice your heartbeat, to be present in the moment. This is something Western fitness culture often overlooks, the quiet connection between the physical and the spiritual. Stretching the Japanese way is gentle, graceful, and intuitive. It doesn't push the body, it invites it to awaken. For those just beginning, start with small, slow motions. Roll your shoulders, stretch your neck softly side to side, reach your arms upward, or gently twist your torso. Feel where your body resists and breathe into that space. Over time, your body will reward you with better balance, improved posture, and fewer aches. But more importantly, you'll begin to move through your days with calm strength and greater awareness. The more you stretch, the more you begin to understand your body, not as something that's aging, but as something that's evolving. Stretching isn't about trying to be young again. It's about keeping the energy of youth alive within you. The Japanese elders know this secret well. They understand that flexibility in the body brings flexibility in the mind, and flexibility in the mind leads to resilience, peace, and longevity. In Japan, you'll often see elders bending their knees slowly, lowering themselves into a squat as they tend to their gardens, prepare food, or simply sit to rest. It's such a natural part of their daily rhythm that it doesn't even look like exercise. Yet it's one of the most powerful ways they maintain strength, stability, and independence as they age. The act of squatting is deeply connected to human movement. It engages the largest muscles of the body, the legs, hips, and core, building a foundation that supports every other motion in life. When you squat, even gently, you strengthen the muscles that help you rise from a chair, climb stairs, and walk with confidence. For Japanese elders, this movement isn't a fitness routine. It's a way of life. They squat not to train but to live, and that simple habit keeps them mobile well into their 80s and 90s. For someone over 50, learning to incorporate squatting into daily activities can be life-changing. It can start small, using a chair for support, lowering just a few inches, or holding onto a wall for balance. The key is consistency, not intensity. Each repetition sends a message to your muscles that they're still needed, still capable, still strong. As the days go by, you'll notice the change. Your legs will feel more stable, your balance more natural, and your confidence in movement will quietly return. Squatting also strengthens the lower back and core, reducing the risk of falls and injuries that often come with aging. It encourages blood flow to the lower body, improves joint flexibility, and enhances the ability to sit, stand, and move with ease. The Japanese never see aging as a reason to stop moving. They see movement as the reason they continue to age gracefully. There's also a deeper, almost meditative quality to this movement. When Japanese elders squat, they move with mindfulness, breathing deeply, aligning their posture, and focusing on control rather than speed. Each slow descent and rise becomes a form of meditation in motion. The body becomes grounded, the mind becomes calm, and the spirit feels balanced. This gentle strength training also symbolizes humility, the willingness to stay close to the earth, to be connected to the physical world in a way that modern lifestyles often forget. In a society where sitting in chairs is the norm, the simple act of squatting reawakens the body's natural mechanics. It reminds us that strength doesn't always come from heavy lifting. Sometimes it comes from slow, deliberate movement, rooted in balance and awareness. For elders in Japan, squatting isn't just a way to stay fit. It's a quiet act of resilience. It keeps their joints supple and their bodies alert, allowing them to move without hesitation or fear. They can kneel to tie their shoes, tend a garden bed, or sit with grandchildren on the floor without strain. These are the small freedoms that define independence. Each gentle squat they perform preserves their ability to live fully, to rise with grace, and to continue moving through life with dignity. For anyone over 50, adopting this one habit can transform how you feel every day, not just physically but emotionally. Because every time you lower yourself down and rise again, you're proving to yourself that age has not taken your power. It's only reminding you to use it wisely. In Japan, walking is more than just a form of exercise. It is a way of connecting to life itself. Early in the morning, as the mist still clings to the hills and the streets are quiet, elders can be seen strolling slowly, their steps steady and intentional. They are not walking to burn calories or chase a goal. They are walking to breathe, to think, to live. This practice, known in part as Shinrin-yoku or forest bathing, is a reminder that movement and mindfulness are inseparable. Japanese elders understand that walking heals not only the body but also the spirit. Each step strengthens the heart, lubricates the joints and refreshes the mind. The gentle rhythm of walking helps them stay balanced, focused and grounded. Over time, this daily ritual becomes an anchor, something that brings peace no matter what age or circumstance life brings. For someone over 50, walking may seem like the simplest thing in the world, yet it's one of the most powerful gifts you can give yourself. The Japanese have proven that longevity doesn't come from intensity, but from consistency. A slow, steady walk done every day has the power to improve blood circulation, support cardiovascular health, and maintain mobility. It helps regulate blood sugar, boosts mood, and reduces stress. When walking becomes part of your routine, your body begins to rediscover its rhythm. The muscles in your legs and core grow stronger, your balance improves, and even your posture straightens naturally. Unlike rushed workouts or heavy gym routines, walking invites calm. You can feel the world moving with you. The soft sound of your footsteps, the flow of air against your skin, the gentle beat of your heart syncing with your breath. Japanese elders often walk outdoors, through gardens, temple paths, and forest trails. They take time to notice the world around them, the shape of the trees, the sound of water, the scent of the earth after rain. This kind of awareness brings a deep sense of gratitude. They see walking not as a task, but as a dialogue with nature. And in that dialogue, they find healing. Studies in Japan have shown that this mindful style of walking reduces cortisol levels, lowers blood pressure, and increases mental clarity. But beyond science, it cultivates something even more valuable: joy. When you walk with awareness, you begin to feel more alive. You stop rushing toward tomorrow and start living in the beauty of now. Walking also helps strengthen the connection between the body and the mind. Each step becomes a reminder that movement is life. For older adults, this connection is crucial. It reinforces independence, restores confidence, and brings a sense of purpose to each day. It's not about how far you go, it's about showing up for yourself with every step. Whether you're walking through a quiet park or simply around your home, the key is to walk with presence. Move your body with kindness, breathe deeply, and allow yourself to notice what you've been too busy to see. The Japanese elders who live past 100 years aren't just lucky, they've mastered the art of simple movement filled with intention. Every walk they take keeps their bodies strong and their hearts young. When you walk this way, you're not just exercising, you're meditating in motion, healing your mind and nourishing your soul. The earth beneath your feet becomes your teacher, and each step a lesson in balance, patience, and gratitude. In Japan, it's common to see elders standing on one leg, slowly shifting their weight from side to side, or walking in a deliberate, measured way that looks almost like a quiet dance. These are not random movements, but purposeful practices designed to maintain one of the most important aspects of aging well: balance. Balance is more than the ability to stay upright. It's the foundation of every physical action, from walking and bending to reaching and standing tall. Japanese elders understand that balance must be trained just like strength or flexibility. They make it a part of their everyday life, practicing it while brushing their teeth, cooking, or simply waiting for the kettle to boil. This continuous awareness of how their body moves through space keeps their reflexes sharp and their coordination alive, allowing them to remain agile and confident as the years go by. For those over 50, balance exercises may seem simple, but their impact is profound. As we age, muscle mass decreases, reaction time slows, and our sense of equilibrium begins to fade. These changes often happen quietly, until one day a stumble or near fall serves as a reminder of what's been lost. Yet the human body is incredibly adaptable, and Japanese elders prove it every day. Their secret lies in consistent, mindful practice. Standing on one leg, walking heel to toe, or even gently shifting weight between feet can retrain the brain to communicate more effectively with the body. It's like recalibrating your internal compass, ensuring that your body remains responsive, steady, and self-assured. With every small movement, you strengthen the muscles that stabilize the ankles, knees, and hips, the foundation of mobility. Beyond the physical benefits, balance training carries a deep emotional and mental value. It requires concentration, patience, and presence. When a Japanese elder focuses on staying steady, their mind quiets. They become aware of their breath, their posture, and their connection to the earth beneath them. This mindfulness turns balance practice into meditation in motion. It's not just about not falling, it's about learning to center yourself in every sense of the word. Maintaining balance teaches calmness under pressure, clarity in movement, and trust in your body's ability to support you. It also nurtures confidence. Every time you can hold yourself still without swaying, you prove to yourself that control and grace are still within reach. Japanese elders who integrate balance training into their daily routines often move with a lightness that seems ageless. They carry their years with dignity, walking upright, their steps measured and calm. This steadiness doesn't happen by accident. It's cultivated through consistent attention to posture, coordination, and awareness. Even a few minutes a day can make an enormous difference. Standing on one leg while holding a countertop, walking slowly along a straight line, or gently turning your head side to side while maintaining focus. These small actions awaken muscles that modern sedentary life tends to neglect. Over time, the body becomes more stable, the mind more centered, and the spirit more at peace. Balance is the quiet strength behind longevity, and those who practice it daily experience freedom from fear, freedom from hesitation, and freedom to move through life with elegance and assurance. In many Japanese homes, people still sit on the floor to eat, read, or share tea with family and friends. This simple cultural habit, deeply rooted in tradition, has become one of the hidden reasons behind the lasting mobility and flexibility of Japanese elders. When you live in a world designed around chairs and elevated furniture, you rarely use the full range of your joints. But sitting and rising from the floor engages nearly every major muscle group in the body, the legs, hips, back and core, while maintaining the natural mobility of the knees and ankles. Japanese elders, who spend much of their lives sitting low to the ground, continue to do so well into their later years, not because they are lucky, but because their bodies never forgot how. This daily movement keeps them supple, coordinated and capable of moving with ease, even in their 80s or 90s. For someone over 50, adopting even a small part of this practice can make a significant difference. The simple act of sitting on the floor for a few minutes a day and then gently rising can serve as one of the most functional exercises you'll ever do. It challenges strength, balance and flexibility all at once. When you lower yourself to the floor, you must engage your core and leg muscles to control the movement. When you rise again, those same muscles work together to lift you with stability and power. Over time, this builds endurance in the body and confidence in movement. It helps preserve independence, the ability to get up, bend and move freely without assistance. That's something far more valuable than any gym membership or fitness machine can offer. Beyond the physical benefits, this way of sitting brings a sense of mindfulness to everyday living. In Japan, the floor is not just a place to sit, it's a symbol of simplicity and connection. When elders sit cross-legged or in a gentle kneeling position, they do so with calm presence. Their backs remain straight, their breathing steady, their movements unhurried. It's a posture of respect, humility and awareness, a quiet reflection of harmony between the body and the mind. Sitting close to the earth fosters grounding, both physically and emotionally. It reminds you of stability, patience and the value of slowing down. These small, repeated motions become rituals of self-care that keep the body alive and the spirit calm. At first, sitting on the floor might feel unfamiliar or uncomfortable if you haven't done it for years. But the key is to start gradually, perhaps sitting for a short while each day with a cushion for support. Over time, the hips will open, the knees will adapt and the back will strengthen. Even if sitting all the way down isn't possible at first, practicing the movement itself, lowering and rising safely, will awaken dormant muscles and restore your natural strength. The Japanese elders have shown that mobility is not lost with age. It's lost through inactivity. By returning to these simple, grounded habits, you can reclaim the freedom to move with ease. Sitting on the floor becomes more than an exercise. It becomes a quiet conversation between your body and gravity, a daily reminder that you are still strong, still capable, and still connected to life at every level. In Japan, it's common to see elders standing tall, shoulders relaxed, eyes soft, and their breath moving slowly and deeply through their abdomen. This practice of deep breathing and mindful posture is woven into their daily lives, whether through traditional arts like Tai Chi, Qigong, or simply standing still in quiet reflection. It may look effortless, but this conscious way of breathing and carrying the body has an extraordinary impact on health and longevity. Deep breathing oxygenates the blood, strengthens the lungs, and calms the nervous system, while good posture supports balance, digestion, and circulation. Together, they form the invisible foundation of vitality. Japanese elders understand that aging gracefully begins not with how fast you move, but with how deeply you breathe and how upright you stand. When the breath flows freely and the spine aligns naturally, energy circulates through the body like a gentle current, refreshing every organ and awakening the mind. For someone over 50, this habit can be transformative. Over the years, stress, technology, and sedentary habits gradually tighten the chest, weaken the diaphragm, and round the shoulders. Shallow breathing becomes the norm, silently draining energy and focus. But when you begin to breathe consciously again, slowly, deeply, with intention, everything starts to change. Your heart rate steadies, your mind quiets, and your body feels lighter. Deep breathing triggers the parasympathetic nervous system, which promotes relaxation and healing. It's the body's natural antidote to stress. When combined with mindful posture, it becomes a simple yet powerful daily ritual that can slow the aging process from the inside out. Japanese elders know this instinctively. Their movements are graceful not because of perfect muscle tone, but because their bodies are aligned with their breath. Mindful posture is equally important. It's not about forcing the spine into rigidity, but about allowing it to return to its natural alignment. In Japan, Elders often focus on standing or sitting with their heads balanced over their shoulders, their chest open and their feet grounded. This awareness improves balance and confidence, helping prevent falls and strain. More than that, posture influences how you feel emotionally. When you stand tall, you feel more alert, more capable, more alive. The body sends signals to the brain that reinforce strength and positivity. Japanese elders have mastered this subtle art. Their upright stance reflects both inner calm and self-respect. Practicing deep breathing and mindful posture doesn't require special training. It can begin the moment you decide to pause, inhale deeply through your nose, hold for a second, and exhale slowly through your mouth. As you do, notice how your shoulders drop, your heart slows, and your body softens. These few breaths, done several times a day, can shift your entire state of being. Over time, this simple practice enhances endurance, reduces fatigue, and supports mental clarity. It's a quiet discipline that renews strength from within. Japanese elders carry this quiet rhythm into everything they do, walking, sitting, stretching, or working, because they know breath is life itself. When breath and posture work in harmony, the body feels light, the mind feels calm, and the spirit feels steady. This balance is not a secret of youth, but a wisdom of age. The understanding that vitality begins with awareness, and that every breath, when taken with purpose, can become a moment of healing, strength, and renewal.